guys like love this song? Welcome to New England Sports Center. Starting for Gloucester Fishermen, goalie number 1, Trey Marone. On D, number 5, Sam Sanfilippo. On D, number 4, Cade Francis. Left wing, number 7, Luke Albini. Center, number 8, Colby Warren. Right wing, number 17, Jackson Harris. And for your Hopkinton Hillers, goalie number 33, Colton Clemente. D, number 5, Corey DeCosta. On D, number 20, Lucas Anderson. On the left, number 23, Jack Resnick. Center, number 9, Will Iantosco. Right wing, number 17, Chris Resnick. Please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the New England Sports Center for Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity hockey on HCAM. As tonight they have a non-league matchup against Gloucester, and they are looking to continue their winning trend. The Hillers have got a couple nice wins in their past couple of games, as they took down Holliston Ashland and then followed up with a nice overtime win against Norton Lancers this past Saturday. What a game that was, as we are underway here at the New England Sports Center. Tom Nappy on the call, Denise Ontaki on camera. Happy to be with you on this Wednesday evening. We have a Hiller doubleheader today. We have the boys game followed by the girls game, as the Hillers looking for a score right off the bat, and it's deflected out of play. Resnick drives up the ice and gets a nice shot off, and we'll have a face-off. Just moments into action, 22 seconds into action here. And it was a very exciting game just before our game tonight, as Lincoln Sudbury, one of the home teams here at the New England Sports Center, was in action. That game went to overtime. Lincoln Sudbury ended up losing that game in overtime after overcoming a 2-goal deficit in the third period. Along the far side corner, it's sent around. Gloucester in the red, Hillers in the white, of course. Hillers 2-4-2 on the season as it's sent up the far side. And we're in the midst of a change. Hillers working along the far side. Sent over by Resnick to Mahan. Now along the corner, Anderson. And he takes a bash into the boards. Colton Spavento in net for the Hillers tonight. Trey Marone is your goaltender for Gloucester. Gloucester led by head coach Derek Gary. Hillers, of course, Scott Hayes, who's in his third season at the helm. And that's covered up by Spavento. We'll get a face-off. It's the Gloucester Fishermen. And as far as the Gloucester Fishermen this season, they've had a pretty good season so far. We'll get you their record in just a moment, as the Hillers trying to get it out of their defensive end. We're going to get another icing call. Gloucester is 3-5-1 on the season. They play over a tough league against a lot of those Cape teams. Some very good hockey over there. Along the end boards. Hillers looking to drive up ice. Hillers have had some nice breakaways so far. There's a shot, and the defender able to get a stick on it. Curley got in the way of the attempt by Parker Wynn. Hillers had a loss this past Monday on the road against a very good Nauset team. So they are looking to get back in the win column as that is lifted to the corner. Up along the near side boards now. Warren taking it up the ice, sends it over. There's a wrister, and it's wide of the net. Jammed up along the corner, handled by Warren. Sends it out to the blue line. Francis takes that shot just wide. It's wrapped around. A battle for it along the corner. And now along the end boards, some good physical play as Jackson Harnish sends it to the blue line. There's a wrister, and you got to give Cam Francis credit on that one. Rips the one-timer right in the net. What a beauty of a shot that was for Cam Francis, the junior defenseman for Gloucester. Makes it 1-0. Fishermen lead at 11:46 left to go in this first period. Off the face-off now. That is wrapped around. Sent up the ice there by Cooper. Along the far side now. Shot there into the end boards. Well, the Hillers, they got to get it out of their zone. Gloucester starting to win the possession battle a little bit here. Wristed up the ice by Ian Tosca. Into Fisherman territory, and it's wrapped up by Marone. This face-off will come at 11:15 left to go. With it for Gloucester is Chris Daly. Trying to come out with it, rushing in for a shot there was Resnick, went off the end boards. Set to the corner now by Spavento. With it for the Hillers is Resnick coming up the near side, sends it out. Looking for Sam Spavento along the far side. Spavento looking to get it into that danger zone. He was trying to find Resnick, just waiting in the slot. Good to see the Hillers get it in the Fisherman end and keep it there for a little while. We're going to get a face-off here. Denise, Spewer is right behind you. 10:25 left to go in the first period. So we got the Hiller boys at Gloucester. They're taking on Gloucester, and then we got Hiller girls co-op hosting Algonquin. And here comes the Fishermen now. They got a 2-on-1. There's a shot just wide by Warren. And it's stolen away along the far side boards by Harnish. Sends it into the slot around the defender. And a good save there by Colton Spavento, as Colby Warren had a bit of a breakaway just in front of the net. Sent back now into Fisherman territory, and we'll get an icing call. We'll get a face-off in the Hiller zone. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out early on, and the Fishermen had a pretty good shift and was able to keep it in Hiller territory for a while and get a goal. Pedroli with a beauty of a shot. That's off the leg pad of Marone. Hiller's looking to get it back into Gloucester territory, keep that pressure going. Merkel coming up around the near side. Sends it out. Over to the near side boards. Pedroli looking to get by. He rushes in and just misses the pass to Mahan. Just a little wide there on that pass attempt. Trying to come around with it is Merkel. Pedroli was in a pretty good position himself. He could have took that shot if he wanted to. There's a wrister. Just wide. That one by DaCosta. Good pressure by the Hillers in these last couple of minutes. Along the boards it goes. Cade Francis jammed up along the corner. And that was a shot by Parker Rivera. Gloucester coming up the far side, trying to work their way into Hiller territory. Getting out in front of it is Wynn. He'll set it back up. Able to find Spavento. Now Gao trying to rush into Fisherman territory. Rivera pops it towards the end boards. Sliced away by Marone to the near side. Very physical game out there. A lot of hitting going on between these two teams. Popped off the boards over to the near side corner. That's Francis. Picked up by Salah. Battle along the boards and a nice steal by Sam Spavento. Parker Rivera was looking to send it out, didn't have anywhere to go with it. A couple of defenders piled up in front of him. And we will get an icing call and a face-off at 7:40 left to go in the first period. Off the face-off. And that's sent to the neutral zone. Hiller's looking to work it back up, handled along the boards by Cam Francis. Sent over by Mahan. and wristed into Hiller territory. Back to the far side now. Quick moving action in this first period. Both of these teams trying to be aggressive, get in front of the attack area, and put some pressure on. Looking to send it out, Albano. Albano gets it out, and the Hiller defense ready for it. Resnick with it. Here they come into Gloucester territory. Sent across to the near side. Popped off the boards. Handled by Sanfilippo. Up the ice goes Parker Wynn. Now with Cade Francis. He'll pop it off the boards. It'll end up out of play, and we'll get a face-off. At 6:22 left to go. Off the face-off. Yeah, Gloucester started off with a good sequence of pressure, but the Hillers have responded. They're getting some good pressure going, and maybe some more right here as Merkel sends it over to Pedroli. Pedroli sends it out. The Hillers keep trying to find someone just waiting in the middle. Pedroli sends it out, and what a score! Finn Mahan puts it in. Just a picture-perfect pass by Pedroli. And Mahan was there to make it a 1-1 game. That score comes at 5:51 left to go in the first period. Well, that's a great response by the Hillers after that early Gloucester goal. Finn Mahan was in the right place at the right time on that one. And Matt Pedroli, just a picture-perfect pass. Along the near side, Daly sends it up. Around the boards it goes. Jammed up along the far side, trying to come out with it is Gow. And that is wristed back into Hiller territory. From the corner, sent back around. Gow backhands it in towards the neutral zone. It's wristed back. Stolen away by Warren. Kobe Warren, he seems like a guy you have to watch out for on Gloucester. He's had a couple of nice steals, couple good breakaways, and of course had a nice pass for that first Gloucester goal. Along the end boards, and taking a hit there, that was Martell. Jammed up now along the corner. Coming out with it, Warren. Warren gets quickly contested by Lucas Anderson. And it deflects towards the neutral zone, wristed back by Salah. And a shot there off the back of the net. There's Albano, sends it along the end boards. Trying to send it out was Harnish. A nice steal by Martin. Raphael Martin with that steal, wrists it back up the ice as the Hillers make a change. 4 minutes, 18 seconds, and counting left to go. Quick moving first period. That one handled by Parker Wynn. He'll send it across to the far side. Picked up by Iantoska. Iantoska gonna wrist it around. Trying to send it over to Resnick. Resnick pops it out of the corner. Now battling for it is Chris Resnick. Yeah, Jack and Chris both in there. Gloucester approaching. There's a shot, and it's turned away. That shot by William Lynn. Along the end boards now, popped off the glass by number 9, Will Iantoska, and we're going to get a face-off. The net came dislodged there. All kinds of action early in this one. Yeah, sometimes these non-league games are the most entertaining You don't really know what to expect from the opponent. And you have very limited knowledge about who their target guys are. It makes these matchups so interesting. That's what makes the state tournament so fun. Handled by Parker Wynn as he's trying to rush up the ice, sends it across over to the far side. He finds Mahan. Mahan will send it around. Sent back around by Gloucester. Jammed up along the boards now. Pedroli sends it out. It was deflected. And a bit of a misfire there by Sam Spavento. Didn't get quite the mustard he wanted on that shot. Jammed up along the boards. A wrister, and it's turned away. That shot off the stick of Cade Cooper. Good save by Spavento. Jammed up now along the corner. It's a battle. The more this first period goes on, the more hits you're starting to see. It is a physical game. Hiller's looking for a breakaway. Mahan along the far side takes a shot. Turned away, and it's brushed away by the defender, Marone. Turned back up ice by Merkel. Around the boards it goes. Along the corner, that's DaCosta. He's looking for Pedroli. Getting in the way was Francis. Sent back towards mid-ice to an unlisted number 13. Looking to close in is Perry. And Perry gets knocked to the boards by a pair of Hillers as Zion Tosca and Anderson team up. Hopkinton has the turnover, but now we're going to get an icing. Sent that one a little further than he wanted to. 2:10 left to go in the first period. We'll get a face-off in Hiller territory. Sent to the blue line, and a quick one-timer there, stopped by the defender as Finn Mahan got in the way of the shot by Francis. Now coming up the near side, Chris Resnick. Wrister, and it's just wide. Along the boards it goes. Put back towards the inboards by DaCosta, now back to DaCosta. And a pair of fishermen team up on him, take it away, but Chris Resnick getting in there. Now sent to the near side, looking to drive up is Curley. And there's a shot, and that is covered up by Colton Spavento. Well, Luke Salah was nearly able to sneak one in. Good save by the sophomore goaltender, Colton Spavento, trapping it between the legs. 1:38 left to go in the first period. To the blue line, a one-timer there off a defender, sent out. Off the stick of Harnish it went as he was contested. Back to the neutral zone now, popped off the boards by Francis. Getting a good piece of that one is Wynn. Trying to drive up the far side, Resnick. Sent to the corner by Chris Resnick. Handled by Harnish. Back and forth we go along the far side. Approaching Albino. Albino sends it to the slot, and it is a shot there, turned away. Good save by Spavento, and looking for that secondary shot was Harnish, but he had a couple Hillers team up to get him out of the way. Taking it around the Gloucester net, Albino sends it over, finds Martell. Martell wraps it around. No one but Hillers there as it's sent up the ice by Parker Wynn, and we're going to get an icing call and a change for both teams. 34 seconds left to go in this first period. A quick moving period, an action-packed period, and it's a 1-1 game. On the face-off there, it was number 6 against number 6, Merkel against Francis. We're going to get an icing call once again. So we'll have a repeat on the face-off. 29.4 seconds left. Sanfilippo from the blue line. That shot attempt deflected. Along the end boards now, it's a battle for it. Along the corner, back and forth we go. Both teams having fun knocking their opponents into the corner. Sanfilippo with a shot turned away by Spavento. Jammed up along the far side now. DaCosta trying to dig it out. Merkel's in there. A pair of fishermen as well, and that's how the first period will end. After 1 period of play, it's the Hopkinton Hillers 1, the Gloucester Fishermen 1. We got ourselves a terrific non-league matchup on this Wednesday night. Absolutely action-packed. So stick around. 2 periods left to play. And then, of course, later on, we'll have the Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Girls Co-op as well. But right now, we are going to show you some of the latest Hopkinton Hiller highlights. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Hockey on HCAM. HCAM Sports is supported by our viewers and by the Dentist at Hopkinton. Founded by Dr. Jill Tansey in 2003, the Dentist at Hopkinton provides state-of-the-art dental care in a comfortable and relaxing setting to patients of all ages. They are located at 77 Main Street and online at hopdent.com.
Bay Path may have outgrown its space, but not its mission. We need your help to build a new facility that matches our capabilities and dedication. Join us and help ensure we can continue to provide exceptional care and find loving homes for animals for years and years to come. Thank you.
On Tuesday, January 7th, Hiller Boys Basketball hosted Ashland and got the scoring going early and very often. Hard on that ankle after making the shot as the Hillers work in the offensive zone. 3 attempt, and it's knocked down by Tori Elstrom Hall.
I mean, I'm trying to keep up with everything going on there. All of a sudden, the Hillers got about 6 or 8 points in a span of a minute. And another steal, looks like.
It's just a rapid pace they're going out there. It's unbelievable. 10 seconds left in the quarter. 3 attempt, Willinson. Yes! Cooper Willinson. Both free throws are good by Steinberg, but a nice response by Gavin Cho.
Wow.
Dadajian for 3. Yes, count it. How about Sam Dadajian? 12 points tonight.
You can't blame them. These kids want to play and play hard, and
they keep getting steals like that. Passes thrown right to them. Up, no good there. Follow through, yes, at the buzzer. Trevor Blinn. What a first half by the Hopkinton Hillers.
Wow.
An offensive display for the record books as the Hillers put up 33 points in the second quarter. The Hillers had a commanding 55-12 lead at the half and would end up HCAM Sports is supported by our viewers and by the Dentist at Hopkinton. Founded by Dr. Jill Tansey in 2003, the Dentist at Hopkinton provides state-of-the-art dental care in a comfortable and relaxing setting to patients of all ages. They are located at 77 Main Street and online at hopdent.com.
Bay Path may have outgrown its space, but not its mission. We need your help to build a new facility that matches our capabilities and dedication. Join us and help ensure we can continue to provide exceptional care and find loving homes for animals for years and years to come. Thank you.
On Tuesday, January 7th, Hiller boys basketball hosted Ashland and got the scoring going early and very often. It hard on that ankle after making the shot as the Hillers work in the offensive zone. 3 attempt, and it's knocked down by Tori Elstrom Hall.
I mean, I'm trying to keep up with everything going on there. All of a sudden, the Hillers got about 6 or 8 points in a span of a minute. And another steal, looks like.
It's just a rapid pace they're going out there. It's unbelievable. 10 seconds left in the quarter. 3 attempt, Willardson. Yes! Cooper Willardson. Both free throws are good by Steinberg, but a nice response by Gavin Cho.
Wow.
Dadajian for 3. Yes, count it. How about Sam Dadajian? 12 points tonight.
You can't blame them. These kids want to play and play hard, and
they keep getting steals like that. Passes thrown right to them. Up, no good there. Follow through, yes, at the buzzer. Trevor Blinn. What a first half by the Hopkinton Hillers.
Wow.
An offensive display for the record books as the Hillers put up 33 points in the second quarter. The Hillers had a commanding 55-12 lead at the half and would end up taking the game 93-31, a record-setting night for the Hiller offense. Every available Hiller athlete on the roster got in the scorebook. Jackson Canales dropped 18 points, Sam Dadajian had 16, and James Marcinowski dropped 13 as the Hillers cruised past the Clockers. Hopkinton finished the week with a road loss in Medway and stand at 5-2 on the season. Hiller boys and girls swimming were also in action that Tuesday versus Medfield. The Hiller boys picked up an 82-73 win. The Hiller girls also took the win 84-47. Both teams are now 1-2 on the season. On Wednesday, January 8th, Hiller boys hockey hosted Holliston Ashland Co-op. Costa looking to race it. Takes it along the corner. Sends it far side. Into approach, it's a shot, and it is in! Parker Rivera strikes for the Hillers and makes it 1-0. Parker Rivera nets a goal towards the end of the first period. Hillers took the 1-0 lead into the third period. Parker Rivera up the feed from DaCosta. Hillers hoping to hang on. Allison with the extra attacker in Hiller territory. Sent up, rolling towards the empty net, and it is in! The score for the Hillers, and that'll do it. And that is going to be Parker Wynn. And the Hillers collect their first win of the season, taking down Holliston Ashland by a final of 2-0. Hopkinton improves to 1-3-2 on the season. On Thursday, January 9th, Hiller Alpine Ski hit the slopes for the first time this season, and John Ritz was at the ski ward to capture the action.
Acrobat number 1007, Lorenzo Sada, 45.10. On the blue course number 807, Patrick Meehan from Hopkinton. Time for number 908, Clara Campbell, 29.59. On the red course number 208, Emma Clements from Nipmuc. Time for bid number 507, Zachary Forgetti, 28.74. On the blue course number 307, Alden Pfeiffer from King Philip.
Be sure to catch Hopkinton Hillers Alpine Ski live on Thursdays during the winter season from the ski ward in Shrewsbury. On On Friday, January 10th, Hiller girls basketball hosted Medway, and it was a tough physical battle. Medway led 27-8 into the second half. Whitman Cross with the rebound.
No foul, use your body well.
Oh, looking for the long pass to Chatton. Ball knocked loose. Mellinson has it. Knocked away from her. Chatton up and in.
Great heads-up play by Chatton for her first 2 points.
Longval with it. Feeds the wing. Mellinson. Up to Cotilli. Medway, they're going to take their time here. Up for the shot, and in goes Bullard. And look, the Mustangs ended up taking the win over the Hillers by a final of 47-24. Both teams are now 5-3 on the season. This program is brought to you in part by TVLSports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLSports.net. TVLSports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL. Welcome back into the New England Sports Center. We are ready for the second period. Tom Nappy, happy to be on the call with you. Denise Untaki on camera, and we're underway in the second period. Hillers will work right to left across your screen as Harnish sends it up into Hiller territory. Turned away by the defenders, Albino. Sent across. With it is Warren, takes a shot just off the mark. Gloucester looking for that early pressure. So is the Fishermen of Gloucester getting a goal at 11:46, courtesy of Cam Francis in the first period. Hillers responded at 5:51. Finn Mahan off a beauty of a pass from Matt Pedroli. He was just waiting in the slot and able to put it in to tie the game up at 1, and that is where we stand. Sent up the ice there by Spavento, and we'll get an icing call. Quick look at the TVL standings. See the Hillers 2-4-2, ranked 25th in that Division II bracket. And at the top, you got Westwood and Dedham with 5 wins. Just about everybody in the TVL would qualify for the playoffs. The new rankings just came out from the MIAA yesterday. They'll be updated again on Friday. Off the face-off, and puck sent around along the end boards. Pass up the near side by Lucas Anderson. Into the neutral zone now, and there's a glove save. Quick drop by Spavento. We play on. To the near side goes Altman. Back to the neutral zone. Salah sends it across. And we're going to get a call here. The net come dislodged. All right, we're going into Gloucester territory off the icing call. On the face-off, Connor Merkel up against Cameron Amaro. Taking it around, Amaro. Well, the Hillers had some really good pressure going in the final minutes of that first period. We'll see if they could get it going once again. Jammed up along the corner. Trying to get it out is DeCosta. He's having some trouble with it as he takes a hit. And now battling is Merkel. Up along the far side now. Or correction, that was just Merkel. DeCosta's not in the game currently. And we're going to get an offsides call. Face off in Gloucester territory. 13 minutes left to go in this second period as we get a change as well. Quick peek at the Gloucester roster for you, those you at home. Off the face-off now. Sent out by Rivera. And puck wrapped back around along the end boards now. Here comes the Fisherman as it's taken by Colby Warren. Back and forth we go. Into Hiller territory. Yeah, it was a very back and forth first period, quite an even matchup. And that's what we're witnessing more of in this second period as we get an icing call. We'll throw up the rosters for you to take a gander at. We are ready to continue on. Brushed away by Spavento. Sent up the near side into Gloucester territory, and we get an icing once again. .12:20 left to go in this second period. And there's a shot, and it's going to be covered up by Spavento. So Sanfilippo took the shot, and it kind of hung around the slot area for a bit. And then Colton Spavento able to land on it and cover it up. Will Antosca up against Colby Warren on the face-off. Albino along the top of the circle, trying to take it away is Resnick. Resnick on a breakaway, closing in, a swing and a misfire. And it's covered up by Marone. A beauty of a breakaway by the junior, Jack Resnick, just not able to get the shot off. This faceoff comes at 12:02 left to go in the second period. Well, we had a pretty smooth first period, not a lot of stoppages. A good amount of stoppages in the first 3 minutes of the second period, however. Sent back up by DaCosta. Francis pops it off the boards. Pedroli sends it out. A battle for it along the end boards. Puck comes out along the near side. Just past the reach of Mahan. And back around we go. Battling for it is Merkel. Pedroli gets in there. Pedroli able to send it out. He was trying to find Mahan. Sent up by Cooper. Pedroli there to keep it in Fisherman territory. Now along the corners, Francis, and we get a call. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a tripping call. Slashing. So we get a slashing call against Cade Cooper. And the Hillers are going on the power play for the next 2 minutes. They'll have the man advantage. 11:13 left to go. Big opportunity for the Hillers. Merkel on the face-off for Hopkinton up against Cade Francis. Sent to the corner. Battle along the end boards. And it's sent out along the far side. Wynn sends it back up. Yeah, misfire there by Resnick off the Merkel pass, and it's covered up by Marone. And this faceoff comes at 10:57 left to go in the period. 1:43 left on the Hiller power play. Merkel with it. Merkel sends it over. Trying to close in. Albino into Hiller territory. Brushed aside by Spavento. Hiller's looking to quickly get it back into Fisherman territory. Get that pressure going while this power play still alive. 1:12 left to go on the power play. Hopkinton having some trouble moving out of their territory. There they go. Here comes Pedroli. Lucas Albino was down there creating all kinds of mayhem. Closing in, takes the shot, turned away by Marone. Great drive up the ice and shot by Pedroli. Trying to slip it in the 5-hole. Good save by the sophomore goaltender for Gloucester, Trey Marone. Sent over by Resnick. Back to Resnick goes Ian Tosca. And now a shot from the left circle. That nearly went in. There's a beautiful setup for Pedroli. Back to the blue line to win. I think it was deflected by the goalie. It might have even went off the post. Merkel coming around. Gonna take it around. Sends it out. Finds Resnick. And puck deflects into the protective netting. We'll get a face-off with 14 seconds left on the Hiller power play, 9:26 to go in the second period. Hopkinton Hiller wrestling also in action tonight. Got John Ritz over there to stream that for you live as well as they battle Keefe Tech. 7 p.m. start for Hiller wrestling. So you should get a couple monitors and watch this game and some Hiller wrestling. And then later on we have the girls team in action. It's a boys-girls hockey doubleheader on this Wednesday night. Sent over to the far side. Up the ice goes Sanfilippo. Power play has expired. Over to the corner. Battle for it. And a nice win in that battle by Rivera, but Gloucester able to keep it in Hiller territory. Along the far side, Sanfilippo sends it to the end boards out in front. Here comes DaCosta. And that's brushed away by Marone. DaCosta, Raphael Martin were trying to rush in. Costa sends it back to Martin. Yeah, Martin was a little off balance there approaching the net, and Marone was just able to slap it away. Looking to close in now are the Fishermen. A shot there off the Cade Cooper pass. Luke Salah puts it towards the net, covered up by Spavento. The net came dislodged. They'll put that back into place. .8:16 left to go in this action-packed second period. Daly along the top of the circle wraps it around. Sent up the far side by Wynn. Hiller's looking for a breakaway. It's a 2-on-1 down ice right now, but puck unfortunately wrapped around. Back to the blue line off the glass goes Sam Spavento. And knocked up the ice just past the reach of Wynn. A 1-on-1. And a good job sending it to the end boards by Carter Moore. Here comes Wynn. Wynn leaves it behind for Resnick as he took a big hit. Along the boards we go. Along the corner, that's Amaro taking a knock. He'll send it up, however. Back to the blue line, a one-timer there, and it's wrapped up. That shot off the stick of Parker Wynn. Well, the Hillers are being more aggressive, trying to get more bodies in front of the net, create some pandemonium, give them those shooting opportunities. You know, the first couple games, a lot of new faces on this team. They would have those defenders kind of hang back a little more than they have the past few games, and that transition has paid off for the Hillers. Glove save by Marone off a quick snipe by DaCosta. Wrapped around to the near side. Popped off the boards by Merkel. Puck squirts out. Trying to quickly turn it towards the net was Pedroli. Just off the mark he was. Along the far side now into Hiller territory. Albino is trying to send it out. Merkel got in there. Now with it is Lucas Sanderson as he's able to send it near side. Some good back and forth here. Along the corner, that's Jackson Hardish. Pedroli now coming around with it. Up the near side. Gloucester quickly able to send it out of their territory back into the Hiller zone, and we have an icing. 6:17 left to go in the second period. It's a 1-1 game. Wrapped back around by Francis to the near side. Trying to come away with it there was Resnick. Wynn matched up with Francis, puck to flex, and now knocked up the far side. Back into Fisherman territory. Bringing it around, that is Chris Resnick. Jammed up along the corner, trying to dig it out, Ian Tosca. Battle along the end boards. Along the far side, Wynn able to set it back into Gloucester territory before he takes a push. Coming around with it, Francis. And now Resnick out in front of the net. He's trying to stuff it in. Defenders quickly got there. Pass up the far side by Lynn. Here comes Gloucester. Top of the circle, sent to the end boards by Cooper. It's a battle for it along the corner. Sent out to the right circle. Resnick just got there in time. Sent back up by Salah. Big hit delivered along the end boards as the puck is sent into Gloucester territory by Resnick, and we'll have an icing call. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the second period. Along the far side, Albino out in front, brushed away. Merkel coming up the ice with authority up the near side, takes the shot, punched away by Marone. Merkel still with it along the far side, sends it back. Pedroli sends it out. Merkel closing in. That shot is deflected. Albino puts it into Hiller territory towards the net, and Spavento able to clear it aside. Along the end boards now, sent out. Here comes Merkel. Merkel sends it over to the near side, no one there. Albino takes it for Gloucester. Albino coming up the ice quickly, wrister and a glove save by Spavento. Well, these two teams getting more and more physical with each other as this game goes on. You're seeing a lot of big hits, a lot of pushing, and that's hockey, baby. Ryan Tosca on the face-off for the Hillers. He was against Warren. And that shot attempt by Francis deflected along the blue line. Sanfilippo handles it, trying to put it up the far side. Knocking it back into Gloucester territory, Ian Tosca. Back and forth. Passes by Francis and Sanfilippo. Now coming up the ice, Warren. Warren sends it over, closing in. And there's a shot turned away. Puck still loose. Out in front of the net. Spavento trying to cover it up. And it looks like we have a goal. Lucas Albino, I believe, was able to put it in. Well, Gloucester created absolute pandemonium in front of the net. 3 fishermen in front of the net. And only one Hiller was able to get there to try to defend, and it was poked in by Lucas Albino, the junior. It's now a 2-1 game. Gloucester back on top, 3:17 left to go in the second period. Ryan Tosca up against Lynn on the faceoff. Popped off the boards by Francis, and we get an icing. We'll have a face-off in Gloucester territory. Well, that's got to be the goal in this one by both teams. You got Trey Marone and Colton Spavento as your goaltenders, some great defensemen. You got to create pandemonium in front of the net and try to get that confusion going so you could find an opportunity to knock it in. Along the near side. Yeah, the way these two teams are defending and goaltending, it certainly doesn't seem like it's going to be a high-scoring game. Over to the right circle, and that's turned away. Shot there by Martel. Good save by Spavento. Stolen away by Lynn. And a shot there, turned away. What a save by Spavento. Puck still loose. They're poking at it, trying to get it into the end boards. It goes down to the top of the circle. A wrister and a glove save by Spavento. Chris Daly on the shot from the top of the circle. Spavento able to wrap it up. And Gloucester creating that pandemonium once again in front of the net. We get a face-off at 2:23 left to go in the second period. Well, the Hillers, they're trying to free up their defenders and forwards and, have them with a good distance away from each other to try to quickly get the breakaway they're looking for into Gloucester territory. But they might have to start being a little bit more conservative in their defensive end. Albino sends it over. That shot just off the mark. That was a rocket by Sanfilippo along the end boards. Sent over by Merkel. Pedroli lost the puck as Merkel will pick it up. Sends it over. Across goes Wynn. Popped off the boards. And Pedroli driving up the ice around the goalie. And he pops it in. Wow, what a backhander by Matt Pedroli to retie the game. Well, Pedroli just in the right place at the right time. Wynn missed on the pass. It went off the boards into Gloucester territory. And Pedroli able to knock it in. That score comes at 1:44 left to go in the period. Well, you want to talk about an even matchup in a back-and-forth matchup. That is what I would use to describe this game. Resnick puts it into Fisherman territory. I'll tell you, this young Hiller team, they're just getting better and better every game they play. Here comes Albino. There's a shot turned away. Good save by Spavento. Sent around along the far side. Francis able to keep it in Hiller territory. Along the near side now, sent around by Salah. Battle for it along the end boards. Push delivered by DaCosta. And now the battle continues as getting in there for Gloucester was Curley. That shot off the side of the net. Along the near side now. Puck sent into Fisherman territory, and we have an icing. 48 seconds left in this action-packed second period. It was a 1-1 first period, and so far it's a 1-1 second period. On the face-off, Matt Pedroli up against William Lynn. Puck squirts out, sent over to the high slot. There's a shot by Curley, turned away. Back to Curley it goes, puck deflected. Trying to close in, and it's knocked in. It went off the skate of Cade Cooper. And again, Gloucester creating pandemonium in front of the net. You had a number of Hillers there, a number of fishermen, and I don't know if anyone actually knew where the puck was. And then it squirted out, and Cooper was just able to knock it in. Gloucester back up by 1 at 33 seconds left to go in the second period. With it is Resnick. Sent towards the corner by Iantoska. Resnick delivering a hit to Daly as he sends it around. Passed over by Albino. Here comes Gloucester, working their way towards Hiller territory. A nice move there, out in front, and another score for Gloucester. Giacomo Martel, the senior. Smooth moves past the defender, and he's able to work his way into the right circle and backhand it in. Fishermen lead by 2. Will Iantoska up against William Lynn on the faceoff. Yeah, rough break there for the Hillers as that score came with about 4 seconds left to go. And Gloucester feeling good heading into the second intermission. After 2 periods of play, it is the Gloucester Fishermen 4, the Hopkinton Hillers 2. We still have another period left to play. We'll see if the Hillers can get the offense going and get back in this game. They're getting some nice breakaways. They're getting some good shots on net. But Gloucester came out with the idea of just having pure pandemonium in front of the net, and it paid off. We'll see how the Hillers adjust when we return for the third period. And right now we'll show you some of the latest Hopkinton Hiller highlights. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Hockey on HCAM. HCAM Sports is supported by our viewers and by Bill's Pizzeria Kitchen and Grill, located at 14 Main Street. Find them online at mybillspizza.com. This program is brought to you in part by TVLSports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLSports.net. TVLSports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL and is not associated with the MIAA, Tri-Valley League, or any town or school. On Saturday, January 11th, it was a Hiller hockey doubleheader. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Co-op girls hosted Dedham and their annual Stick It to Cancer game.
One of the projects that Girly Girl Parts specifically funds is a project using AI to pick up clues in a woman's medical record, which may indicate her susceptibility to develop ovarian cancer. Early detection is the most important indication of positive outcomes for women with ovarian cancer. Thank you to the Hopkinton hockey community as well as the Dedham hockey community for your generosity this afternoon, and thanks again to Marie for continuing to raise awareness. I hope you guys have fun today.
The game was scoreless heading into the third period. To the near side of Kelly. Kelly looking to approach, and now bringing it around, that's Beeler. Along the corner. Beeler with a shot there, and off the rebound, it is put in for the score! What a shot! Off that rebound. It was Beeler on the first attempt. And then with the follow through, Grace Hennigan. Set back out by Cotto. And now into the high slot. There's a shot and Dedham responds. Riley Richardson. Incredible shot Richardson had off the rebound. There was no stopping that thing. Richardson coming out from the corner, sends it to the net, and she has another one. Riley Richardson with the backhander. It goes off Coito's leg pad and into the net. Dedham would end up taking the 3-1 win in the TVL battle. The Hillers fall to 3-6-0. Dedham improves to 3-5-0 on the season. In leg 2 of the Saturday Hiller hockey doubleheader, the Hiller boys hosted Norton. The Lancers took the 1-0 lead early in the first period, and that remained the score heading into the third period. So puts it up to Merkel. Looking to close in, and it's brushed away. Sits out in front. There's a shot, and it's put in! What a score! Well, the Hillers did what they needed to do there. They created pandemonium in front of the net. And it's Matt Pedroli coming up with a score for the Hillers. Moore pops it into Norton territory, and it's popped in! Parker tried to dive on it, could not cover it up, and Ian Tosca able to get it by him to give the Hillers the lead. Back to Merkel, back to Pedroli, across to DeCosta. And the Lancers looking for a breakaway. Here comes Laverdiere. A one-on-one with the goalie, and he pops it in, and we are tied back up. A short-handed goal for the Norton Lancers. A pair of goals by the Hillers, but Dedham responds. And the game was tied at 2 apiece, forcing a 5-minute overtime period. Now along the near side. Back to Merkel. Merkel looking to approach. Takes it around, leaves it in front, and it's put in! What a feed to Pedroli. And the Hillers get the game winner in overtime. 1 minute and 46 seconds into overtime, Matt Pedroli takes the feed from Connor Merkel and slips it into the left side of the net on a one-timer to give the Hillers the 3-2 overtime win. Hopkinton improves to 2-3-1 on the season. Norton falls to 3-5. An absolutely terrific win by the young Hiller team. Hopkinton Hillers alumni alert. Congratulations to 2023 HHS alum Kate Powers as she collected wins in her first 2 meets of the season and set a new school record in the women's weight throw at Kentucky University. The record-smashing Kate Powers continues to set new records in the SEC.
Saturday morning cartoons are back. Every Saturday at 8 a.m., HCAM's Toon Time has an hour of classic cartoons, from Betty Boop to Superman to Popeye to Bugs Bunny and more. You'll see your old favorites and discover new ones. So tune in to Toon Time, Saturdays at 8, and start your weekend off with a laugh.
8 a.m. 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 8 a.
Bay Path may have outgrown its space, but not its mission. We need your help to build a new facility that matches our capabilities and dedication. Join us and help ensure we can continue to provide exceptional care and find loving homes for animals for years and years to come. Thank you.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
Welcome back into the New England Sports Center. We are just about ready for the third period. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call on this Wednesday night for Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Hockey. Denise Ontaki on camera, and we are ready to go. Gloucester scored a pair of very late goals in the second period. They netted 2 goals in the final 33 seconds. Cade Cooper at 33 seconds left to make it 3-2, and then a beauty of a drive up the ice by Giacomo Martel and a backhander to make it 4-2. Looking for the shot there was Resnick. Here comes Albino. The pass back to Albino. Battle for it, locked up in the corner. Hillers working left to right across your screen in this third period as that's sent out. Gets by his intended target. Now over to Resnick. Resnick takes a shot, brushed away. And it's locked up by Marone. On the face-off, you got Matt Pedroli up against William Lynn. Well, the Hillers have some work to do in this period. They need to create some pressure and try to knock in a pair of goals. Sent over by DaCosta. That pass just misses Pedroli, sent back into Hiller territory. DaCosta with it, moves it up. Along the... back up by DaCosta. And it's taken away by Amero. Hillers having a hard time getting it out of the neutral zone as the puck deflects into the protective netting. Out of play, we'll have a face-off. 13:26 left to go in this third period. Don't forget, we have another hockey game tonight. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Girls Co-op hosting Algonquin. We'll have that game for you starting at 8 p.m. It's essentially right after this one. Over to the near side. And that pass, a little off the mark towards Salah into Hiller territory. And we'll have an icing. On this face-off, it'll be Will-Ian Tosca for the Hillers up against Cameron Amero. And right right off the face-off a shot, and it's wrapped up. Denise, I would just do what you were doing in the other periods. I think I looked fine, to be honest with you. Just don't zoom in as much. Along the near side, Hiller's looking for some pressure. Tripped up there is Resnick, and it looks like we might have a call here. So we'll have our second penalty of the game, and it'll be the second power play opportunity for the Hillers as Connor Curley gets called for tripping. Big opportunity here for the Hillers to get right back in this game. Over to the blue line. There's a shot deflected. That was off the stick of Wynn. Along the corner, sent out by Resnick. And Pedroli trying to get by the defender. Stolen away by Lynn. Pedroli battling for it, though. Gets it back. Gets it over to Merkel. And Matt Pedroli has had a terrific season so far. He's going to be someone to watch for this Hiller team. Back to Merkel, wrister, and it's in! What a shot by Connor Merkel! And that is just what the Hillers needed. They are right back in the game. That'll make it a 4-3 game at 12-11 left to go in the third period. Connor Merkel on the face-off up against Warren. Sanfilippo sends it up. Bringing it around was Warren. Someone lost their stick. Pedroli's stick came flying out of his hand. Quickly able to get it back. There's a shot, and it's turned away. Sanfilippo with a nice shot there. .45 left to go. And the Hillers feeling good after getting back within one. Well, I said this game was not going to be high scoring. I'm not so sure now. These goals are starting to come fast and furiously. Sanfilippo sends it over right to the slot. There's a shot, and it's turned away. And then off the rebound, Cameron Amaro waiting in the right circle, and he is able to put it in. What a shot by Amaro, long distance shot from the right circle, and Gloucester's back up by 2. That score comes at 11:24 left to go in the third period. Salah looking to approach. Sent over to Spavento. Back into Gloucester territory. We'll have an icing. Well, the fans in attendance getting their money's worth tonight. All kinds of action in this one. I think the Hillers, they need to send some of their forwards help in front of the net at times. Can't let Gloucester create that much pandemonium and get that many bodies in front of the net. Trying to get by was Wynn. That shot turned away. Some good passing by the Hillers to get that shot off. Up the far side goes Dylan DeHaan. And the fishermen looking to approach again. That shot off the mark by DeHaan. You saw the Hillers transition. That time they had a couple more bodies around that net area, so they couldn't let Gloucester crowd the net. Now we might have a breakaway approaching, and there's a shot turned away. Finn Mahan had a wide open break towards the net. Cade Francis with it. Back to Francis, and it's stolen away. Pedroli approaching, and he pops it in! Matt Pedroli coming up the slot, says, I'll take that. Steals, intercepts the pass, and is able to go 5-hole, and the Hillers are back within 1. What a game this has been. That score comes at 10-11 left to go. Connor Merkel up against Warren. With it, Anderson, it's stolen away. And now a battle for it in front of the net. Along the end boards now. Merkel gets it up to Mahan, and Mahan able to knock it into Gloucester territory, but we're going to have an icing. Well, it was a 1-1 game at the end of the first period, and then you had the Hillers tie things up. But then in the final 33 seconds of the second period, Gloucester nets 2 goals. And so far in this period, you have a 2-1 period in favor of the Hillers. And another breakaway here, Pedroli. That shot turned away. Off the rebound. Yes, he knocks it in. We are tied at 5. Matt Pedroli had a beauty of a shot. A great save by Marone, but a huge rebound. Went right into the right side circle. And Pedroli was placed perfectly to rip it in and tie this game at 5 apiece at 9:26 left to go. Tosca on the face-off against William Lynn, and the Hillers, they are pumped up after that one. Along the near side, battle for it. Well, that's what the Hillers got to do. Keep it in Gloucester territory, keep trying to bombard them with shots, and, you know, actually, they have the defenders hang back. One of the forwards hangs in the Gloucester territory until they cross into the neutral zone, and they've been able to get a couple steals off of attempted passes and take advantage of it. An icing call here. We get a face-off at 8:58 left to go. Jack Resnick up against William Lynn. Along the far side. Over to Wynn. There's DaCosta. DaCosta approaching. Leaves it out. And no one there as Cooper takes it away. Gloucester having trouble crossing into the neutral zone. They finally do. Sanfilippo able to get it into Hiller territory. Hiller's defenders ready for it. Here comes Pedroli again. Pedroli along the near side sends it out. And now approaching Salah. And there's a shot from the right circle. And was that in? Yes. Jacob Harris somehow able to knock that one in. It just got by Spavento. And Gloucester is back on top at 8:05 left to go. Unreal. I don't think anyone on the ice knew that went in. Took a little bit of time before you finally had the reaction by Harris. But that was just a rough break for Spavento. Just slipped right by him. Over to the near side. Wynn trying to get it out of the defensive zone. Sends it across. And Pedroli approaching. Looking for the steal. Along the corner. Sends it out. Battling for it is Mahan. Mahan knocked down. With it now, Francis. Salah sends it up. Along the far side, into the corner it goes. Battle along the end boards. And coming away with it, Merkel. Here comes Zion Tosca. He'll send it out looking for Merkel. To the corner it goes, and now there's a quick one-timer by Resnick. Knocks it into the end boards. Hiller's doing a great job in this period at keeping it in Gloucester territory. They've won the possession battle, but some of these shots that Gloucester is scoring off of are long distance, just tremendous shots. Sent across by Resnick, and it deflects off the boards. We'll get an icing. A saucer pass there. 6:41 left to go. It has been an absolutely wild third period. Hillers have scored 3 goals. Gloucester's added another 2. And we stand at a 6-5 Fisherman lead. Off the face-off. Along the near side, battling for it. DaCosta sends it out. And good interruption there by Ian Tosca. Looking for a break into Hiller territory was Warren, but he had 3 Hillers in front of him. Over to the near side now. Trying to get through is Albano. Sends it out along the high slot. You're seeing the Hillers contest for the puck a lot more as well. They're getting in there. They're being more aggressive, trying to get those turnovers. Swarm the puck as it's sent up by Resnick. Rushed aside by Marone. Hillers make a change. That was a long shift for that first Hiller line. And they could expect to have more playing time as well towards the end of this third period. Sent over by DaCosta. Here comes Mahan. There's a shot by Mahan. It'll rattle across. And what do we have here? We are going to have a penalty. And it's going to be on Giacomo Martel. So a huge power play opportunity for the Hillers at 5:24 left to go. Hillers looking to retie this game on this power play opportunity. Along the far side, Pedroli sends it up along the end boards now. Resnick sends it out. And it's sent back into Hiller territory. Brushed aside by Spavento. Here comes Wynn. Wynn sends it over. Puck deflected by a defender into the corner. Ian Tosca battling for it. And it's wristed up the ice. 1:20 left on the power play. Pedroli leaves it behind. Merkel. See that first line back out there again for the Hillers. Over to Pedroli. Cross to the near side, Ian Tosca trying to get it around the defender. Closing in, Resnick. Popped off the boards into Hiller territory. Spavento sets it up. 53 seconds left on the power play. Stolen away. And Albino is diverted. Along the corner, that's Wynn. Wynn moves it across. Looking for Resnick, who got a little tripped up. And we'll get a face-off. Back to Hiller territory we go on the icing call. 3:58 left in this action-packed game. 35 seconds left on this Hiller power play. So far, it's been a very good PK for Gloucester. Along the far side, Rister, and a glove save by Spavento off the stick of Albino. Well, this is one of those games where Gloucester's just getting those bounces. And just some unbelievable long-distance shots. Colton Spavento's playing well in that, but Gloucester just had a couple of big breaks go their way. Sam Spavento along the far side. Into the corner, sends it to the top of the circle, out in front of the net, off the shot by Chris Resnick. Back into Hiller territory. Power play has expired. 3:21 left to go in this game. Looking to close in. Shot, and it's off the mark by DaCosta. Battle for it now out in front of the net. And the net came dislodged. We'll get a face-off at 3:08 left to go in regulation. Of course, if the third period ends at a tie, there'll be a 5-minute overtime period. Along the near side, it'll be a 4-on-4, and if anyone scores, they would win if this game shall see overtime. Gloucester trying to clear the zone. They've had a hard time doing that in this third period. Wristed into Hiller territory by Perry. Sent across by Sam Spavento. Here's Parker Wynn. Wynn sends it up, and it's off a defender. Ian Tosca was going for it, but he takes a push. And it's knocked into Fisherman territory by Sam Spavento. Along the near side. Puck deflected back to the corner. A battle for it along the boards. And it is sent out into Hiller territory. Ian Tosca will take it. Gloucester makes a line change. Sent to the near side. Mahan got in there trying to battle for it. And now along the corner, sending it around Wynn. Back along the end boards. And approaching, there's a backhander turned away by Spavento. Good save. Merkel matched up with Albino. And now a breakaway here, one-on-one. There's a shot. No, off the rebound. That shot is a little high. Along the end boards now, sent to the corner by DaCosta. Well, Gloucester rushing the net now. You had Albino get in there, take the initial shot, followed up by an unlisted number 12, I believe. Actually, that was 17, Jackson Harnish. Stolen away. Looking to approach was Cade Cooper. Hiller's desperately trying to find their way back into Gloucester territory. 1:05 and counting left to go. Merkel along the corner wraps it around. Hit delivered by Pedroli, but it's stolen away by Cooper, who sends it up the near side. Hiller's running out of time. Along the end boards now. Sent around by Curley. And a battle for it along the far side boards. A lot of pushing going on, and that shot is going to be out of play off the stick of Parker Wynn. We're going to get a timeout call on the ice. 39.6 seconds left to go. A 6-5 Gloucester lead. Timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Hockey on HCAM. This program is brought to you in part by TVLSports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLSports.net. TVLSports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL and is not associated with the MIAA, Tri-Valley League, or any town or school. .39 seconds left off the timeout. Can the Hillers tie this game up and send it to overtime? Off the face-off. Gloucester trying to get it out of their zone. Approaching, and there's a shot by Wynn. Good save by Marone. Wynn, top of the circle. That shot deflected by a defender. Along the corner now. Battle for it. Gloucester trying to pin it against the boards. And we get a whistle at 19 seconds left. The Hiller bench calling for a penalty. It looks like we are going to have a penalty on Cade Cooper. Coach Hayes and the Hiller assistant coaches, Josh Potter, was also yelling for a penalty shot, but it's going to be a face-off. So for the final 19 seconds of regulation, the Hillers will have the man advantage. Off the face-off. Along the end board, sent to the near side. Sent across by DaCosta. And pinned up against the boards by Salah. And coming out with it, going off the post at the last second is Pedroli. Nearly had the game-tying goal right there, but off the post it goes. And that's how this unbelievable game will come to an end. Certainly a tough loss to take if you're the Hillers, but man, what a game it was. And Gloucester, they just had some of those very fortunate rebounds that they were able to capitalize on, and those deflections, and you know, a number of their goals were long-distance shots, some incredible shots. Certainly got to give them credit. But it's going to be Gloucester who comes out with the 6-5 win in this absolute battle. A very good game. Both teams certainly left it all on the ice here tonight. And if you want to describe a game that the Hillers have had this season as back and forth, I don't know if you'll find it many more games back and forth than this game was here tonight. But Gloucester comes out with the 6-5 victory, and they are now 4-5-1 on the season. Hillers fall to 2-5-2. that is going to do it for leg one of our Hopkinton Hillers doubleheader. Coming up in just a bit, we'll have Hopkinton and Dover Sherborne girls varsity co-op hockey as they take on Algonquin. So part one of the night is through. Part two of the night is coming up next. And if you're watching on YouTube, just be sure to refresh your page and click the girls varsity link that you will see pop up. But that is going to do it for this boys game here tonight. For Denise Umtaki on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. The final score for the final time, Gloucester defeats the Hillers by a final of 6-5. Thank you everybody for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye everybody.